Let me set the groundwork for this. Okay, my mom is 70 years old, and we were watching TV, and she saw a commercial for non-GMO in their product. My mom asked, what is a GMO? This is something that I just figure everybody knows, but I guess they don't. GMOs are genetically modified food. Basically, scientists mutate our food to make it taste or look different, or add stuff to it to change the flavor, to add shelf life, because that's where the money's at. So they genetically modify our food. They also allow cuts of meat to be taken as scrap and formed into a new cut of meat, and they sell it as a roast or the cut of meat that it should have been. But they use this stuff called meat glue. Now, all these things you can Google. You can go to YouTube and learn all about them. GMOs, meat glue, all this stuff that they put in our food. They use Roundup, which is a pesticide. 7 to 10 days before they spray the wheat to harvest it, it yields about 2 or 3% more seed when they do that. And that's what's causing so many people to have this gluten allergy. If you don't have celiac disease, you don't have a gluten allergy. You're allergic to the Roundup and pesticides they're putting on our wheat products. So I told my mother this. I explained what these 3 things were and told her how poisonous it was to our systems, and it's what's causing people to get sick and have cancer and all these other health issues and die. There's big money in healthcare. There's not a lot of money in healthy people, which is why healthier food is so much more expensive, because if they're not going to get our money out of us dying from it, then they're going to get our money. Think about that when you're shopping. So comforting. I can either eat this and die or eat this and save $2. Sad. But those are our choices. So I told my mom this, and my mom said there's no way the government would allow that to happen. And I laughed and I said, of course they allow it to happen. That's a lot of money. It's billions and billions of dollars a year in the health industry to poison us, to give us cancer so that they can find a cure, which they already have. B17 is a vitamin that is banned in the United States because it helps cure cancer. So we can't get it here because there's no money in healthy people. So just anyway, the moral of the story is, my mom got angry when I said, yes, it is absolutely true that our government would allow this, that the FDA, which is a joke, would allow this. But they do it, and they do it, and they do it, and they do it, and people don't want to believe it. So here's my point. Just because you don't want to believe something doesn't nonetheless make it true. If somebody tells you something and you're unsure of it, research it, Google it, look it up, find out for yourself. Don't just immediately dismiss it because it's something that you don't, to the core, want to believe to be true. Learn more. Know that there are things that are out there that our government does allow. The FDA approves medications. Then 2 years later they go, oh, it causes cancer. Guess what, people? They're allowing pharmaceutical companies to test on you. You are test subjects. You are lab rats. If you are taking a prescription medication that was approved by the FDA prior to much study, and we don't know, by the way, how do we know? Because, everybody wants to take nothing that's oh, poor lab rats. I would rather take something that's been treated and tested and tried and true on something else to know if it's going to hurt me. Okay. But now, okay, we can't do that. Nobody wants to hurt these poor little lab rats. So let's just test on people, but let's not let the people know that that's what we're doing. So we'll just approve this drug. And then if, in a couple years people start getting sick and it can be shown that that's what's doing it, then we'll pull it. So that's what's happening. Pay attention and read. Research. Find out for yourself. Just because somebody puts an article out there and it sounds great doesn't mean it's true. Check their sources. Use your own mind. But just because you don't believe something or want to believe something doesn't make it not true. Truth is the most painful thing. So do your research. Don't be like my mom and put blinders on and pretend it's not happening, okay? Y'all have a great day.